Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365, and today I'm going to review the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray edition of Krampus. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification. You can also find me over Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd at Movie Guy 365. Okay, Krampus is here on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray released by Scream Factory. It can be found at your local retailer such as Best Buy as well as online. Now, as far as the film itself, this movie combines two things that are pretty much near and dear to my heart, Christmas and horror. And whenever we are lucky enough to get a mixture of the two, I am definitely all for it. Krampus definitely scratches that itch for me. I think it has such a great atmosphere. And just the premise, I feel, is really untapped. The whole idea of Krampus and the lore behind it is really something that you don't often see in as far as movies go. So I really was in for the ride. And of course, they have a great cast. Adam Scott, Toni Collette. I'm a big fan of both of them. And just really, I think overall, it has everything. And it's, short and sweet. It runs about a little over an hour and a half. I think it really is something that you would definitely put in your Christmas playlist every year. And for me, it is absolutely part of that rotation. And when I heard that Scream Factory was doing a 4K edition of this, I was very excited. Now, to be fair, the supposed naughty cut that this film has, there aren't a whole lot of fundamental changes. Maybe a little bit of language, maybe a quick shot of some additional violence, but it's nothing that if you don't already have the Blu-ray edition, you're really not missing out as far as movie content-wise. But I will say, if you don't have the movie, or even if you do, I would recommend getting the 4K edition of Krampus. Just might as well have the complete edition, and when we talk about those picture and audio aspects, you will definitely see what I'm talking about. Alright, we're going to do a quick unboxing and then we will come back and talk about the picture quality and the audio. Okay, we have the slipcover edition of Krampus, the Naughty Cut from Scream Factory, Shout Factory. I like the artwork, it's pretty cool, and the slipcover is always nice. So, and then we have the back, and then the spine, the interior. We also have reversible artwork, which I'll show in a moment. And interior, some nice artwork on the discs, and finally the reversible artwork here, which I really dig this cover, which I'll be using this as my default, and then the back. So yeah, overall very nice presentation from Scream Factory, Shout Factory. Now let's talk about the picture quality and the audio. Krampus on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray has a 240:1 aspect ratio. It is an upscale from a 2K digital intermediate with HDR10 and Dolby Vision for the grading. For purposes of this review, I will be discussing the Dolby Vision encode. Now, the movie itself was shot digitally, and I did notice a couple scenes where some digital noise was creeping in. It's not something that I would say would overly distract you, but if you're sensitive to that sort of thing and you're actively looking for it, you will absolutely notice it in this presentation. Being a fan of this movie, I was very anxious to see how the color palette would be handled with HDR and Dolby Vision, and I was absolutely not disappointed. The opening sequence at the store is bright and cheerful. Colors really are vibrant and they pop off the screen. Christmas reds and greens look fantastic. And when you transition over to the other scenes during the homestead, I think they also are well rendered, and it kind of looks like something out of a moody Hallmark movie. I really like how colors just give you a natural vibrancy without being too overbearing, especially in the later half of the film. Aspects such as fire, lighting really look solid, and just even clothing also stand out. I'm a big fan of how color is handled throughout the movie, and I think you will agree. Black levels are rendered very well in this 4K presentation. The HDR and Dolby Vision grading really enriches those aspects. Shadow detail, especially in the back half of the film when you only have the fireplace lighting that just kind of offers any kind of illumination. It contrasts it very well, and I think it adds to the moody and atmosphere of the film. Looks fantastic. The same could be said for nighttime scenes. They look pretty deep when they need to be and offer no issues with elevation. With this being a 2K upscale, it's not what I would say a night and day difference over what you would get detail-wise compared to the Blu-ray. It is to be found, however, especially when you get those up-close shots, facial features, skin textures, and clothing. I think they look a little bit better, and when it comes to mid-level and far-away shots, they look about the same compared to the Blu-ray. Some of the CGI elements still look a little bit soft at times, but, under the cover of darkness, it's, kind of well hidden. That being said, the increase in detail is a modest improvement. Krampus on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray supports a new Dolby Atmos audio presentation. Now, I am a big fan of the previous Blu-ray's DTS 5.1 track. It's punchy, energetic, and it kind of leaves a lasting impression audio-wise. So, does the new Atmos track match or at least surpass it? Yes, mostly. While I do feel that the surround sound environment is utilized very well, especially with an Atmos setup, I found myself having to crank up the volume a bit. At the default setting on the DTS, you're roaring ready to go, but here, a little bit of adjustment will, kind of tweak things to where you need them to be. Dialogue is rendered clean and clear through the center channel with no issues to report, even during the more screaming moments throughout the film. And the front speakers, they sound fantastic and offer a good energy. Mid-level and rear speakers, there's a lot of activity back there. Ambience and atmosphere, occasional musical cues, weather effects, it's all utilized very well and it pulls you right into the film. And the height speakers add to the immersive element provided from the other surround sound speakers. There's a good amount of activity up there at any given moment, and a couple scenes involving the attic and some of the creatures rumbling around up there, it feels like it's right on top of you, so you definitely get a lot going on. And the LFE, thankfully, it's just as punchy as the previous DTS 5.1 was. When Krampus is skulking around the rooftops, every time he lands, it is going to rumble your seats and you're definitely going to feel it. And other scenes involving the low end also benefit nicely. For the picture quality, I'm going to give Krampus on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray a solid A. Screen Factory did an excellent job bringing this 4K edition to life. Colors have a natural, vivid pop, they look appropriate, black levels are solid and deep, and the increase in resolution is modest but still offers a nice uptick. The movie has never looked better on any format, and I think the 4K is the way to go. For the audio mix, I'm going to give this one an A as well. The new Dolby Atmos offers a very nice upgrade over an already good DTS 5.1 track. The new surround sound speaker placements, especially up top, are utilized very well. The low end is just as punchy as ever. Yeah, you still have to kind of adjust your volume from the get-go, but that's a small price to pay for a good experience. So that is my review of Krampus on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray. If you're interested in picking this up for yourself, I will leave an Amazon link in the comment section. If you use it, it really helps out the channel. But if you have the disc already, let me know your thoughts down below. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.